Hey everybody, welcome to Easter Jeep Safari 2022. This video is the pickle. It is only the pickle, so if you love the pickle, then this video should be a fun one for you. The entire video was actually shot with a Skydio 2 Plus drone using the beacon. For those of you that don't know the pickle basically has 3 obstacles, plus a really fun section that can turn into an obstacle based on how much articulation your vehicle has. So the pickle actually takes place in a pretty narrow, deep canyon. A lot of cliff faces on the walls of the canyon. So it's a really good, fun, short trail. I think the whole trail is about a mile long, but it's really good. It takes place entirely in a wash in the bottom of a canyon. So hope you guys enjoy it. I'll keep talking to you guys through parts of it. So.
I'm driving down an empty freeway, no waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
Guys, so you can see here, we're coming up to the first obstacle. This first obstacle is a pretty good little climb, a lot of little steps in it. If you're not careful, you can get bound up on the left side. And then it makes for a little more interesting, scary ride. You can see here, Chris from Crawl already, he's done this climb a few times. And he does make pretty short, easy work of this climb, so.
I'm driving down an empty freeway. No waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
In the bottom of this wash in this canyon, you'll see there's a lot of really interesting rock formations that have come from, years and years of eroding, running water, wind, blown sand. There's a lot of that through the bottom of this canyon, which makes it really fun because you get to drive around a lot of this stuff. And those of us that have seen it a few times, we do tend to take it for granted. Because we see it a lot, but for those that haven't seen stuff like this very much, it can be a real treat for them. Here we are coming up on the fun section of this trail. Not really an obstacle per se, but it can turn into an obstacle depending on how much articulation and how well built your rig actually is. This rig is running 40-inch tires, 1-ton axles, so it has a pretty good amount of articulation, and you'll be able to see that even with that articulation, he still lifts a tire pretty decently high in the air. So
I'm driving down an empty freeway. No waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
And if you ever wanted to know how all your favorite pictures of the Jeeps all flexed out were ever taken, this is what it looks like, which you can't actually see typically. But I'm gonna let you in on the little secrets. Just a bunch of guys standing around taking pictures. Also, guys, it was pretty windy down here, so I do apologize for the drone drifting side to side there. It was, can't really tell, but it was pretty windy down there. So the drone was struggling, the canyon was narrow. So, but it was a really good time, and that's the semi obstacle line here. We're going to coming up to obstacle number 2 here as we get through this. Obstacle number 2, if you take the quote-unquote optional line, which is to the right, it turns out to be a little more difficult. It does tend to catch a lot of diffs, rear diffs, if you're not careful. So being able to pick the right line and get through that is something that you need to have had practice at this line, or you need a good spotter there with you. So. So we're coming up here on obstacle number 3, which can be a little tricky. It is a little deceiving, if you will. That first section's not bad. The second section's a little worse, but it's not too bad as long as you make sure you keep that passenger side high. If you don't keep the passenger side high, it gets you all kinds of wonky. And it is a little uncomfortable, but turns out to be a good line. I have also seen people get the top up, the front up, excuse me, and then push all the way to the driver's side. To me, this is a better line. All right, guys, that's it for the pickle. Definitely want to thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more from the Easter Jeep Safari from this year, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to share this with your friends, those that have never seen the pickle. This gives you a pretty good idea of what the Pickle Trail actually is. Thanks.